Okay, y'all, back to the part that I was at. Sorry about that. So, the way that it went down was I was just like, yo, I got 3 minutes. I knew it closed at 3:30, but I just wanted to get confirmation from him. I was just like, what time does the warehouse close? He takes about 1 minute to get on the radio, get someone to respond back to him. What time does the warehouse close? Over. What time does the warehouse close? Over. No one says anything, right? So at this point, I'm like, okay. And he's just like, someone finally responds a minute later, and they're just like 3:30. And I'm just like, can I go back there first and then just drop the shit off and then just go sign in and sign out when I get back? He's like, nah, you're gonna have to turn around. I'm like, all right, bro. So I turn around, I go back into the fucking, the prison, the main building or whatever. I walk in, dude behind the desk, he could tell I'm visibly pissed. I don't even say nothing. Like, I just walk straight to the little desk thing and sign in. He's just like, oh, so I guess you must be new here, huh? I just ignore him. I don't even say nothing. I just keep on signing in. I just walk out. That's it. Go back to the back of the warehouse and shit. I drop off the stuff, and that was that, man. But I've had at that prison, I've had like, there was this one girl that looked like a dude. I can't, like, it's hard for me to explain, but it was like, I don't know what the fuck it was. I'm not gonna even lie. Like it was a girl, guy, creature, Viltrumite. I don't know. Like, I'm not so sure. But I was just like freaked out. I was intrigued but disgusted. And I remember that one time I pulled up. FedEx doesn't maintain their trucks, especially my contractor, man. Like they don't maintain shit. And you ask for them to fix something, it'll take them 4 fucking months to fix the shit. And the only time they'll actually fix something is when the truck actually breaks down. Like, you can let them know 4 months in advance, like, yo, the brakes need to be fixed, man. The brakes, they're getting so bad now that I don't even have to press on the brakes to hear them grinding when I'm coming to a stop or when I'm letting the truck roll. Like, and they'll brush it off. They're like, okay, we'll get the mechanic to look at it. Yeah, we'll get the mechanic to look at it. And then fucking 4 months later, when your brakes fail and you're sliding across the fucking interstate, or when you hit someone or something like that, or the brake line snaps and you just can't brake at all, that's when they'll finally fix the shit. Engine goes out, transmission issues. I've had a truck I was driving, bitch just shuts off in the middle of the damn highway. Bitch just shuts off when you're making a fucking turn on a wet road. Truck starts hydroplaning. You can't even slow down. You can't press on the brake. The wheel locks up because the engine's off. Bitch won't turn back on. Just typical shit. I say that because, I get to the prison and like that alien, like I said, Viltrumite, Kryptonian, that creature, she comes out and she comes up to the truck because I get out of the truck to go sign in and shit. And that's the reason why I stopped signing in initially. But, she comes up to the truck. Yo. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, at first, I don't even hear her. She just yapping, I don't even hear it. Like, it just yap. I'm like, what the fuck this bitch saying? And like, she gets up to the window and she's just like, hey, you gotta turn the truck off. You can't run the truck off. You. And I'm like, all right, please. And like, I'm like, slow down. I literally tell her, I'm like, or tell it, I don't know. I say, slow down. What are you saying? You can't have the truck on because the prisoners might take the truck from you. So you need to turn the truck on. Because what happens if the prisoners, if they get in the truck and they drive off, then you get... And it's so fucking dumb because the way that I was looking at it, it's like, motherfucker, okay, first and foremost, have y'all ever noticed this shit? Correctional, like, it's been a meme for years, like, on the internet with police officers being fat as shit and how they love donuts and coffee. Officers that are way out of fucking shape, and you wonder, like, what the hell are they gonna do if a criminal goes loose, right? What the fuck is that? What the hell is a police officer gonna fucking do? That fat fucker. What is he gonna do if a criminal starts running? His ass not gonna be able to take 2 steps without being winded, right? At that point, you just get tired just by existing. You're taking like breaths just trying to live. But correctional officers, at least at the prison I was going to, like, they lived that mantra. Like, they became that shit. Except for that creature that told me to turn the truck off. And the reason why I was telling that story is because you know, if I turn the truck off, I told her, I was like, if I turn the truck off, it might not come back on. And she was just like, oh, it doesn't matter. You gotta turn your truck off because you. And I'm like, okay, if I turn this fucking truck off, I'm telling you. I told her, I said, if I turn this fucking truck off and this bitch don't turn back on, y'all just not getting your delivery. Because I'm not going to carry that shit a half a mile all the way back to the warehouse. So, and the warehouse closes in like 4 minutes. So, you know, and she's like, oh, that's fine. So I turned it off. The bitch luckily turned on. I actually had that happen to a manager one time. Manager told me one of my days off that he was there and he went all the way to the back of the warehouse. He was back. He had already signed in. He was back there. One of the correctional officers rolls up in this fucking white truck, tells him, hey, you got to turn the truck off, even though, you know, you're about to leave, you're unloading or you're loading pickups. You still got to turn the truck off until you're either in it or you're about to drive. He turns it off, goes to turn it back on. 30 seconds later, doesn't turn on. Doesn't turn on. Him and another coworker, he said that they pushed the truck. I don't know. I think they're lying about that shit. Ain't no fucking way you're pushing a big ass FedEx, you know, truck. You're not superhuman. But you know, they're saying that they pushed the truck from the warehouse a half a mile to the fucking front of the goddamn, like, to the main office, and they were able to get a jump from someone there, and they were able to take off. I think that's cap. I don't think that fucking happened, but. But anyway, like I said, the correctional officers live that mantra. Like, they live that obese shit. Every single one of them are 300 pounds overweight. I'm like, everyone, you've got some correctional officers that are just walking the perimeter of the walls that have got the barbed wire up top as the prisoners are in the yard and shit. You just got officers walking and shit. They're walking like fucking Fat Albert, like stepping like that, or EDP. You know, have y'all seen EDP, right? Like, you know, that motherfucker, he's like Santa Claus around. Like, they're walking like that and shit. Like I said, stomach hanging over their damn belts. Some of them were so big, stomach just hanging over the kneecaps. Just stomach muscles gave up, said, fuck it, we can't take this weight, let's die. And that's that. And it's such a shame, because I go and I see, one day I walk in, I shit you not, and I'm nervous as shit, because they've got all of these, they've got one fat ass fucking guard sitting there with a rubber, what is it, like a rubber bullet shotgun, some shit like that, you know. And they've got 7 or 8 of these prisoners, and they're buff as shit. They're all huge. I'm talking, not a single one was under 6'5". All of them were, of course, buff as shit. I mean, what else you got to do in prison except work out? They were all buff as hell, and I guess it was a new van that was coming in, because on the outside there was a white van. So I guess they take the prisoners to the main building to get, I guess, fingerprinted or taking their picture or whatever the hell, walk them through the metal detector. I guess that's their screening before they go to the back or you know, go to the yard. I'm not so sure. But like I said, there was multiple in there. It might have been more than 6 or 7, but all, like I said, 6'5", 200 something pounds, jacked as shit. And there's one fat ass guard in there. Like I said, stomach hanging over the belt. He's breathing through his nose. You can hear him breathe if you get close enough, talking about some sound like them fucking them pig men, or pig creatures in the nether from fucking Minecraft. What's them shits called? The pigling? I can't remember. You know, the motherfuckers you can trade gold with and shit. You know, sitting there looking like that. And I'm like, and like, when I walk in, right, because I guess the officer was giving them instructions on what to do next. I walk in, everyone, all the prisoners, including the guard, just turned around, just looked at me, just stared at me, and I'm like, holy shit, bro. I'm like, bro, like I walk over, I gotta pass the prisoners, like I walk by them to get to the little sign-in thing, right? Like I said, their hands are by their sides, but they're not chained up. Feet aren't chained, hands aren't chained or nothing. And I'm just like, that's probably why they're telling me to turn the fucking truck off, because these dumbasses don't know what the hell they're doing. If even one of those prisoners decided to go batshit crazy against that one cop, what the fuck is that fat ass gonna do? He won't even be able to have the reaction time to realize something's going on before his ass is knocked out. They could turn that shit upside down. And I know they told me before, I know my manager told me before, the reason why they're so strict about that is because they've had people who actually drove off in a FedEx truck or UPS truck, people left that shit on. Person who got in it who was on good behavior for years or something like that. They got prisoners everywhere. Prisoners on good behavior who were just allowed to just get onto a lawnmower and just drive around the fucking, they're not even cutting grass sometimes. They're just driving around the prison. I see them on the outside just collecting the trash. They're at the warehouse. Sometimes prisoners assist the warehouse personnel in helping me get the pickups and putting them in the truck, or taking the deliveries off of the truck and rolling them to the warehouse. I'm like, yo, like, that is so fucking dangerous. No wonder y'all dumbasses have had these kind of issues. No wonder motherfuckers have broken out. No wonder motherfuckers have gotten in these damn trucks and driven off and shit. Because, I mean, what the fuck? Like, how are you gonna stop them? Like, I mean, you like I said, most of y'all couldn't even walk a mile before your legs break under the pressure of your own fat fucking ankles. And you sitting here, like, no security, no nothing. And yeah, man. So I hated that fucking place. I hated going to that damn prison, man. Early, it's way too early delivery and pickup times. Prisoners all out and about and shit. I'm thinking that they can go rampant any second and just destroy shit if they wanted to, and nothing could stop them. And it's just not a fun time being there, man. It's not a fun time being there. But the main topic of the video, y'all, was just, I don't know how people can do this shit. I don't know how people can just work 50, 60, 70 something years and just be happy with this shit, man. Just get to a point in their life where they're just like, oh, this is okay. I'm okay with this. Like, I don't get that shit. That shit gets on my fucking nerves, you know? It gets on my last nerves. And you see what I'm saying? Like, and then I got people who just pull up to me and do the wildest shit. Huh? But yeah, you know, I just can't stand that shit, man. It's just annoying as hell. It's annoying as hell, and it gets on your nerves when it consistently happens. You're trying your best to think of an escape, to think of a way out of this stupid shit. But you see people, I see people at FedEx, man. They're like 75, 80 years old, dog. Still working this shit. They coming in, they wobbling like a fucking Disney character. They wobbling like, you know, when Courage the Cowardly Dog gets scared whenever something pops up on a damn TV or some shit like that. Like, you know, how like the cartoons, how their legs start wobbling, they start shaking and shit. Like, I mean, I've seen some fucked up stuff, man. And like, I've seen these people, their trucks, like FedEx don't give a shit. Companies don't, and that's just in general. Companies don't give a fuck, bro. Like, you're a number. Like, you're a number to them. Like that's it. Especially FedEx. I mean, holy shit, you better off going to UPS. At least, you know, you being a number there, you can get paid 100K plus. Man, FedEx is just shit. But, I've seen 75, 80 something years old, dog, coming in. I've seen women who are like dead ass 8 months pregnant. I went up to this one lady, I was like, and it was at Amazon and it was at FedEx. I was like, you know, how are you doing? Are you all right? She's like, oh man, my water might have broken. And I'm just like, excuse me? So yeah, you know, I'm not so sure. The baby might be coming, but I can't afford to go home. I'm like, ma'am, the child is near. And you just told me what? It's like, yeah, you know, it's like, oh, it's a shame, but you know, I can't afford to miss a day of work because, you know, my husband's not working right now, or you know, they don't have any good benefits or nothing. They won't be able to cover my 9 months, or I haven't been here long enough. And I'm just like, man, what kind of fucked up world we live in? Like I said, 80-year-old, I go up to the 80-year-old dude, 80, 75-year-old dudes. They talk like old people because they're old. They're like, oh, you know, went back in my day and shit like that. And I'm just sitting there looking at them. I'm just sitting there staring. I'm just like, you know, what the hell are they supposed to do? They hop in the truck. I see them hopping trucks and shit. They've got just as heavy stuff as I got or anyone else got. They got weights and couches, TVs and sofas. I'm like, there's no way, like, it's not, like they're shaking, trying to grab onto the handle just to help you get into the truck. Like, there's no fucking way in hell they're lifting this stuff. Pushing it might break their back or fingers. I don't know. Like, it's just, it's a shame, man. It's a shame. And I know I'm talking about FedEx specifically right now, but just any job in general. Like, you're a fucking number to these people. Like, they don't give a fuck about you. You know how all jobs say the same shit. Like, oh, you know, we're one big happy family around here. You know, if I hear that shit one more time, I'm gonna crash out. Oh, we're one big happy family. At this company, we promote, man, shut the fuck up. Man, fucking family. You don't even know me. And even if you did, I wouldn't want to know you after this job. You're one big happy family until I fuck up, right? Until I make a mistake, right? Until I do some dumb shit, right? Or until I leave. I'll never hear from y'all ever again. So I don't want to sit here talking about some, oh, we're one big family here. It's just some stupid ass corporate shit, man. It's just irritating. This is why I implore y'all, man. Start early. Start young. Start now. Build your own income streams, build your own assets, build your own way out of this shit. Unless you have a career, you know, you got a career, it's a different story, right? You find success in your job, you find something that you like doing, you find something that you're passionate about, that you love doing. That's different. Like, you want to be a police officer, you want to be an astronaut, you want to be a nurse, you want to be a mechanic, you want to get into trades. That's different. And that's something that you want to do. If you love working with customers, some people love working with customers. Some people just love that shit, and that's fine. But man, the majority of people, most people don't. And I could not see myself like living like this for the rest of my life. Fuck no. I'd rather hop off the fucking bridge first. Fuck that shit. And man, it's too much, man. Shit is too fucking much. But I was just rambling for a bit, man. I don't even know what to call this video. I honestly just wanted to come out and just record something. Truth be told, because I was eating. I just ate something. I ate some breakfast. I ate some breakfast for dinner. Had some bacon, eggs, and sausage and shit like that. Some English muffins and whatnot. And, you know, instead of just laying down and taking a nap or laying in the bed, because you'll get GERD that way. For those who don't know, GERD is gastrointestinal, some shit like that. Some doctor lingo. You know, you don't let your food digest and you lay straight down, you can have issues and shit. Food feels like it gets stuck up in the chest and all that, you know what I mean? So I was like, let me sit up. And I was like, I ain't got no games to play right now. That's another thing, y'all. Let me know what games y'all be playing for real. I think I'm gonna just say fuck it and just start playing solo Tarkov again, man. I might just say fuck it and just start playing some solo Tarkov. Maybe my boys will get back into Tarkov and shit. We always play it for a couple months and get off and shit. At this point, I treat Tarkov like I treat Minecraft. Just like, you know, you just have that sudden urge to play that shit for like a month or 2 months, and then you just don't want to play it for like a year or some shit. I be playing Sekiro a lot. I've beaten that game like 20 times. I've beaten Elden Ring like 25 times. And I'll just fight bosses. I'll download mods and fight bosses and shit. If y'all want to see that, let me know. I mean, it's on my channel. I've uploaded at least 100 videos of Sekiro. But yeah, y'all, just wanted to make this video. Like I said, I didn't want to sit down. I mean, I didn't want to lay down. So I was like, fuck it. Let me just go to a parking lot. I can make these videos frequently now since I got tinted windows. I ain't got motherfuckers looking at me. I don't got to be looking over my shoulder. People pulling up to me, staring at me and shit. No one can see me. So, and my air conditioner works, so I'm not sweating bullets in the car. So I'm going to start making these videos a lot more often. If y'all want some stories on any jobs I mentioned at the beginning of the video, let me know. I've got so many stories, man. I can make so many damn stories. I've got stories about FedEx. I've got stories of Safeway, Coca-Cola, Frito-Lay. I was working at Food Line for like 2 days. And I've got, like I said, 12 or 13 jobs underneath my belt. Probably more than that. I got to look at the paper when I get home. But let me know what y'all want to hear, man. And I will catch y'all in the next video. I have a Spider-Man video coming up. I don't know if y'all are going to see that first, or I'm going to upload this first. I'm not so sure. I'm getting back into Spider-Man 2, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, I think it's called, on the PS5. Because I'm like, fuck it. I might as well just start uploading something, you know. I was using an excuse, and I was just like, oh, I don't know what to upload. And it's just like, nigga, just upload something. Don't even matter at this point. So I'm just going to beat that, because I'm only like 5% into the game. So I've got a long way into that, and I do enjoy it. So I'm going to probably beat that, and then I'm going to play God of War Ragnarok. Y'all know on the channel, I beat God of War, the first one, like 7 times. Unlocked the Ares skin, unlocked the Zeus armor, Ares armor and shit. So I'm probably going to be obsessed with Ragnarok once I start playing that, and I'll probably play that 10 times and just record all 10 times of me going through New Game Plus and unlocking shit on that as well. But let me know what y'all want to see, man. Let me know what y'all want me to talk about, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Tempson918 out of here.